So does anybody have like the exact address to where they be learning this shit? Because like I want to cast some spells too, nigga. Fuck, don't hog it, nigga. Share. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Film Data. We got a movie review today. We're talking about the brand new movie that just fucking dropped. Them niggas at Marvel and drop some new shit. You know they always gonna drop like 6, 7, 8, 28 movies a year, nigga, and they almost likely gonna be fire. And now we got the new one in the pipeline. It's on some strange, magical, spell casting, crazy doctor shit, and we're gonna talk about it. Talk about the new movie, Doctor Strange. Now, for those who don't know, Doctor Strange is a very, very prominent character in the Marvel Universe. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't too hype on Doctor Strange. I didn't know too much about him, but I knew the motherfucker was cold-blooded in them streets, and he's like super fucking smart, and he knows like magical powers. He's like a sorcerer and shit. He was on his Shang shit. That nigga from Mortal Kombat, but he be doing the same shit too. The movie stars Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Doctor Strange. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Nigga, that's the best I can do for your name, but I think I got it. But he plays Modar, which is like a sidekick to Homeboy. You also got Rachel McAdams up in here and Mads Mikkelsen coming up in here doing the damn thing. And also there's a lot of other motherfuckers. So now let's see if Doctor Strange is a super dope, hyped up Marvel movie that just adds to the universe of just already crazy Marvel Universe movies, or if it's just something that should have just sat in the corner. Nobody asked for you to show up, Doctor Strange, anyway. Just go over there and just do your shit that you do with your sorcery shit and leave the real movies to the Avengers and Spider-Man and all the other motherfuckers who know what they fucking doing. Let's talk about the shit. So the basic setup of the movie is this. It starts off with Dr. Stephen Strange, who is a very prominent neurosurgeon. The motherfucker is dope. He's one of the best, if not the best, in the neurosurgeon game. And motherfuckers kind of hate him for that. I mean, because he's arrogant, he cocky, he knows he the shit, and he just kind of a dick. He is kind of a dick. But I mean, at the same time, people gotta respect his skills. He got the skills to pay the bills. And the nigga, his bills are high because this nigga's got a nice ass house. He got like 18 different watches that's probably worth like good 2-3 million. Crazy fucking car. He riding clean and shit. And speaking of cars, he was riding one of his clean ass cars one night. He was getting a little reckless and he wasn't paying fucking attention, and he ends up in a fucking car accident. And the accident was so severe that he pretty much permanently damaged the nerves in his hands to the point where he couldn't work with them anymore and he couldn't be a neurosurgeon anymore. He had to get out the goddamn game. And Dr. Strange was like, hell no, nigga, this is my fucking life, nigga. I'm gonna find a way to get back in this game. So we tried all kinds of surgery, all kinds of shit, but basically at the end of the day, nothing was gonna save Doctor Strange, and he had to just move on with his life and find out a new meaning. He ends up kind of finding out about a new way, or a way that can possibly actually fix his hands, some way that ain't really medical, it's on some otherworldly shit. So he ends up traveling all the way to like Nepal or some fucking country out on the other side of the world that motherfuckers don't go to unless you're doing some shit that you ain't supposed to be goddamn doing. And he ends up coming across somebody by the name of Modar, who was played by Chiwetel Ejiofor, and like he kind of takes him into finding the Ancient One, who is this badass monk who knows all this crazy stuff. She dope as hell, and she looks so nice at the same time, but she will fuck you up if you come incorrectly, so you better show some respect when you in the grace of the Ancient One. And from that, Doctor Strange ends up learning about the new ways and the new styles of how he can sort of better himself and his body as far as being able to heal himself through the ways of magic and sorcery and just learning the practices of all that shit. So in a way, Doctor Strange is just going over there to fix his hands. He's like, yo, I just heard you can help me fix my hands, 'cause I'm trying to get me in the neurosurgeon game again. And he ends up being a fucking sorcerer and shit and casting spells and all kinds of crazy shit. And that's pretty much how the movie goes. And then from there, he ends up coming across an ex-like student of the Ancient One, who ends up going to the dark side because apparently the Ancient One wasn't doing too right by him. And he said, I'm gonna go over with this new nigga who said we can live forever and shit. But I mean, he must have not read the fine print. I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but the shit's crazy. And pretty much Doctor Strange ends up in a position where he doesn't really want to be that dude who's gotta kind of save the world, but nigga, like, he kind of has to be, because like he is that dude now on the sorcery tip. So like that's pretty much what happens. And then from all that, a huge conflict to save the world happens. You know how Marvel movies go, the world is always in jeopardy at some way, shape, or form, and some nigga gotta save the shit. And that's the basic setup of the movie, y'all. Now here's the thing, is it fucking good? And I gotta say that this movie is dope as shit, y'all. I really enjoyed this movie. I liked it on so many levels. First of all, I like Doctor Strange's character. Benedict Cumberbatch did a really good job with his character. There's a lot of good humor in here, a lot of good just moments in here where you really just believe this character. Like, he's funny, like I said. He's a dick. He's self-centered, but he's also very driven and motivated, and he wants to be the best at whatever he is he does. He wanted to be the best neurosurgeon, and he fucking was. And then when he started to do the magic sorcery shit, he wanted to be the best at that, and he actually ended up becoming the best at that shit. and he just ends up just building, and his character starts to just develop more and more as this movie goes along, and he goes from that arrogant dick to somebody who really just kind of wants to help people and sort of just understands and gets what life is about, and realize that it's not always about you, nigga. It ain't always about you, Doctor Strange. Just because you rich and you know a lot of shit don't mean everything just fucking revolves around you, niggas. Other people in the goddamn world. So get your hero shit on and save them niggas. Also, I gotta say the fucking CGI and special effects on this movie is goddamn top notch. Like, this something that rivals like the Inceptions or Matrix or something like that. Like, it's just so fucking just well done and on point. Like, there's literally, like, you can watch, I saw this shit in 3D, y'all. I usually don't see movies in 3D, but like, they told me see this shit in 3D because it's gonna be worth it, and I checked it out, and like literally like buildings and fucking everything like folds and like turns and like flips and like, but it's just, I can't even explain it. It's just the visuals on here is just so fucking on point and just so crazy that it's just like, yo, you're like, whoa, the fucking special effects person, whoever did the editing on that shit, you are the fucking greatest of all time, nigga, because that shit is fucking on point. That shit's so damn dope. I mean, and then on top of that, you have these crazy fucking fighting scenes with these sorcerers. So in the middle of all this crazy shit happening around you, you also see niggas like fighting with magic and spells and shit. And you just like, you don't know how to process this shit, but you just know this shit's fucking crazy and dope. So the CG out here is fucking on point. Everything on here is on point with that shit. I didn't really have a problem with anything, even though at the end with the big major like fucking like villain like who just like showed up. I'm not gonna say who it is, but basically it sort of looked like you know at the end of a video game when you fight that big boss, it kind of played off like a cartoony version of like if you're playing off as like you the main character, like Doctor Strange is the main character, and then you fighting the last boss. It looks like that shit. Like if I was playing a Doctor Strange video game, that last part of the movie kind of felt like that, but I really did still enjoy it, and I actually liked how the way the movie ended. It didn't end like traditionally how you would think a superhero movie would end. It ended more of on a clever, like intellectual level that you wouldn't really just picture that's how it would work, but with Doctor Strange it makes fucking sense. And on top of that, it's just really paced well. I like how the movie progresses. I like how they show his pretty much origin story of how he just kind of learns the ways and how he just masters his ways. There's a lot of good humor in here. There are some moments in here that kind of fall flat with the jokes, but overall I think it's really fucking good overall. And I like the fact that, you know, Benedict Cumberbatch really did capture this character and this persona really so fucking well. I don't think anybody else could have did this shit as well as he did it, and he knocked it out the park, as well as all the other characters. He even has a little bit of a love interest with Rachel McAdams. It's not like a full-blown like we like together, but it's like, yo, we may have smashed 3 or 4 times, but we still cool. Like, I mean, if I call you if I need you and shit, if I need you to help me out or smash, like, you there. But I just think that the movie did a really good job, and it really just made a lot of things work with this movie, with the characters, with just how it looked, the effects, the fighting scenes, and just pretty much where it's gonna lead into with the following Marvel movies. I mean, Doctor Strange is a winner to me, y'all. Like, I liked the shit. I was thoroughly entertained. There was really nothing that I consider a flaw. Only thing I would say is probably, yeah, the humor sometimes when they try to do it didn't work off too well, but I mean, you're not really into it for a Marvel movie for the humor. It's good when it's there because it does kind of hit. It's unexpected at times, but there are some times where it's just like, it didn't work too well. And on the other side, I think that the endings, like special effects for the big boss, it didn't come off like as great as the regular special effects. But I mean, you can only do so much, but I think they still did a good job. But I do like the way that the movie did overall end and where it's going to lead to. But I do think that if you're a fan of Doctor Strange in the Marvel Universe, you are going to enjoy this movie because there's a lot of dope shit up in here. And it's just, even if you're not a fan of this shit, it's just a visually stunning movie that you just will enjoy and have a lot of fun with, because there's a lot of things to it that really just makes it something enjoyable to watch. So you definitely got to check this shit out. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Doctor Strange is a very fun, very action-packed, very well put together, and very well put together on the special effects, might I add, movie that really just exudes a very, very strong character that we're gonna have in this Marvel universe, the first official establishment of them, and I can't wait to see what we're gonna see next. All I'm saying is that Doctor Strange is fucking dope. Benedict Cumberbatch did a good job playing Doctor Strange. The character is believable. He's one of my favorites right now in the Marvel Universe. I just like everything about him, and I'm intrigued by him, and I want to see more of this nigga. So put him in a lot more movies. I already know where y'all gonna put him next, but put him in more than that shit. And as far as the other characters, Shitaway, Ejiofor, his character's Modar is a good supporting character for Doctor Strange. They have a good dynamic together. Rachel McAdams does a good job in here as sort of his love interest, but not too much, but she does play a vital role in the movie. And then the Ancient One, she whooping all kinds of ass and giving all kinds of wisdom and teaching everybody magic and shit. Teach me Ancient One. I want to know magic and shit. I want to do spells and all that shit they be doing. It's fucking crazy. And everybody else in this motherfucking movie did a good ass job too. So all I gotta say is that for me, Doctor Strange is 100% Granddad approved. Definitely go check this shit out. It's out right now. Definitely worth the $11.50 popcorn and a drink. Get you some and go and check this out because I think it is a great movie. A lot of good things about it. And the little small things that I had to pet peeve about it really aren't even that bad. It's just something that as a movie dude, I noticed these things, but most people aren't even gonna probably pick up on that shit. But it is a good movie overall. I think you're gonna enjoy it. If you're a fan of Marvel, if you're not, does not fucking matter because the shit is fucking dope. But I got nothing more to say. Doctor Strange is Granddad approved. So go watch the shit right now. And then go learn you some sorcery magic shit. If the Ancient One ain't available, maybe Shang Tsung and Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat can help you. You may have to do some evil shit afterwards, but shit, you'll know magic, and that's all that fucking matters. Flip it. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Doctor Strange if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, like I said, it's out right now. Crazy fucking movie, really fucking dope. Special effects are crazy. Doctor Strange is a motherfucking dick, but at the same time, he's a cool ass, smart ass dude. So you kind of hate him, but then you kind of don't. So it's a little bit of both. And all the other characters are here doing their thing. And I ain't gonna give away too much, but I'm just saying, after the credits roll, don't leave because somebody else gonna be there. I'ma just give a hint. They an Avenger. That's all I'ma say. And Doctor Strange is gonna be involved. That's it. But just don't leave the theater after the credits because it's pretty damn dope. Previous videos on the side as well as my latest single. Check that out. Show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen. Button below. Woolly Reviews twice a week as well as CDK Studies and the gaming channel. Check that shit out. And if you're into anything and want your shit spotlighted, info below. And I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, granddaughter, Doctor Strange, shit's fucking crazy. This motherfucker knows all kinds of spells and shit. Teach me a spell, something. Dude, let me do the shit that circle shit. Show me that. That's all I want to know. I'll express somebody, goddammit. I'm out of here.